Hello, beautifuls of the feed. It's me, Benji. I'm going to be doing a general tarot reading for you today. So we're going to get straight into it. But if you do resonate, please definitely hit the like button. And if you find my channel to be insightful or helpful in any way, please subscribe to the Soul family here. That'd be amazing. And also leave a comment because I love reading them. And I just love the confirmation. So feel free to do that. Let's get straight into it today. I'm going to be using my Right Away. And the first card out is the Page of Pentacles. We do today have a new opportunity and growth in finances or in your career. You know, like this kind of energy coming in. I really feel like there is this energy coming in also. So there is your energy, and I feel like you have this new found abundance or like this line that you can take to basically expand and grow in finances. And we do have the Knight of Cups coming out. So the Knight of Cups here is really interesting because the Knight of Cups really gives a sense of like following your heart, being a romantic, and taking like a creative action. So I really feel like there is this sense of love today, love and romance and just inspired creativeness. So that's really beautiful. We have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords here is just representing like a respite time, kind of being very restful, being like very relaxing kind of feeling. It's this time where like I feel like there is a lot of rest needed. So this exertion of energy of like having this newfound like finance or career build or like romance can be very draining, I feel. So it just brings a lot of rest, but I also get the sense of like this could be like restful in the way of like with another energy, which I don't really get into much on the YouTube channel. When I do that, I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. So we do have a happy surprise when I do that. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups here, and the Page of Cups is really bringing the sense of like a happy surprise. I always get happy surprise from this. You know, like a message of love. I feel like there's a lot of creativeness coming through here as well, and like emotional development. So I feel like here is a sense of a happy surprise coming in, and I feel like it's going to be so fulfilling. This is what I'm kind of getting, is that there is this restful, disconnected energy in the current energy between you and this other person or other energy that's here. And I do believe that there is going to be a loving message come through, possibly. Whether you've got it or haven't got it today yet, I really feel like there is going to be some sort of message coming through of love, which is really beautiful. I love that. Our next card is the Six of Swords. So there is some moving away from things. So like with the emotional development that I was kind of suggesting before, I really feel like there is a lot of moving away from like past triggers and things. That's kind of what's coming to mind right now. And it's very much like moving towards like this beautiful, like kind of like paradise, as a sense, is that's kind of what I'm seeing in this card today, is that you're moving towards like a paradise as such, that you're like creating yourself. All right, that's beautiful. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming out right now. So this one here is like your luck is shifting, you know, like the wheel has been spun. I really get that this is a great card today, with the sense of like just kind of like it really is just giving me like the changes of cycles and like luck changing, obviously. So a lot of change, you know, like the wheel's been spun. I really don't know what else to say about that because there's nothing else coming to my mind. It's just very much like luck is changing, cycles have changed. You know, there is this like plan and effect by the universe kind of. We have the Nine of Pentacles coming out next, and the Nine of Pentacles here really suggests financial independence. You know, like you're like at a point, or like with this card here, it really suggests like enjoying the fruits of your labor. So you're really kind of like in that like abundance kind of energy here. with the Nine of Pentacles. It's very much like enjoying yourself. Like, I'm getting like bird feeding. This is very interesting. Like something to do with birds, or nature. So this is kind of what I was feeling with this last card. It was like traveling, like going somewhere, like embracing something. So we do have the Two of Wands, which really suggests traveling, thinking about traveling, making a plan to travel, which I think is really cool. I'm also getting right now that this connection is planning to travel. So I feel like if there is a little bit of stagnation or disconnect as such, I do believe that there is travel coming. We have the Ten of Wands, so this would suggest that there is this heavy burden being carried right now. And what I'm really getting from this is it's really giving me the energy of this other energy coming in. Like there is a burden being carried, so that's why they like can't come in yet today. Maybe not tomorrow. Like I'm gonna like say maybe in a couple of days. I get 2 days because of the Two of Wands there. It's like really interesting that I'm getting that information today. So we have the moon and then we have the star. So this is very interesting. I get that maybe the situation creates like a negative mind, or there is a sense of like heaviness right now with that burden. The moon card is very much like giving me self-reflection too. It's like a time for self-reflection, which brings hope, rejuvenated hope and faith, you know, like in the universe and in your plans and in your manifestations and all that kind of great stuff. I feel like this one here is really giving the sense of like dreams coming true and also like your stars aligning. So with this moon card, I feel like it's not really affecting you like it would once upon a time. Like it really just seems that you're going to work with this heavier energy, and it is going to bring the like dreams coming true kind of energy coming through, which is I really love that. Today, happy surprise, dreams coming true, good luck, good fortune, you know, like a newfound financial path. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So they're the last three cards that I'm going to do today. With the Knight of Pentacles here, we're really getting steady, reliable progress. And, you know, like your hard work is paying off. Like it really is. And it's been coming out a lot lately. Your hard work is like totally paying off. Like it may not seem it. And I feel like a lot of the time it may not seem it, you know, but like in this unseen place, things are paying off, you know, because you got to like let your dreams catch up to the universe, right? Like sometimes you got to let the universe catch up to your dreams. I feel like that's what I meant to say. With this, it brings, you know, like it seems like tension. The Five of Wands. The Five of Wands here really gives, you know, tension or competition or like conflict, but also creative challenges. So this is giving me a sense of like whatever you're doing, whatever work you're doing is really a sense of like being in a competition. It feels like there is a competition, like you have to do better and better and better. And I feel like that is true, right? In the sense of like the world we live in and work, and, you know, especially when you're in a job and stuff, like you got to do those kind of things to really move forward if you want to move forward in the, you know, like the situations that you're in. But like that's not always the only option. But with that, it pretty much just like, you know, it gives me this like competition. You know, you're really like taking on the world by doing what you're doing, which I think is really beautiful. And there's nothing really bad about this card for me today, because we have the Queen of Pentacles here. And the Queen of Pentacles really just gives a sense of like nurturing, being very practical and creating abundance and security. So with this competition feeling, this conflict or this, you know, creative competition, it really just gives me like a sense of like you're going to be very nurturing towards yourself and towards other people, even the people that don't support you. You're basically gonna like give them all good energy, like even if as some people would say, like bad people don't deserve good energy or whatever, or you to give them the energy. I really just feel like this is just like a really nurturing, compassionate card that is coming through, and it's really just showing the energy that you're really becoming, which is really beautiful. I'm amazed, actually. I'm going to move on to a couple more cards, and I would like to clarify the message of love that's coming in from the happy surprise and, the good luck. Let's just do that. The good luck, happy surprise, and, this like kind of aspect of it here. Whoa, that's all I need. Okay, whoa. We have the Lovers card. So, like, this is definitely a sense of, like, soulmate. Like, this is a soulmate connection. This person loves you so much. Like, I can tell by this reading and just by the energies coming through that this person almost feels like they want to, like, say sorry that they can't come see you sooner, or, like, it's like I'm just getting that they're like so desiring to come in, but they can't. I feel like this person could like maybe have a problem with their car, or like, maybe there's like roadworks outside their house and they can't leave. Like, it really just gives me those kind of vibes. Like, I don't know if they're the exact things, but like there is this sense of like something blocking them from coming, like something physical blocking them. So with that, I literally don't need any more clarification than the Lovers card here. So I think that's really beautiful today. I want to move into some other cards. So since this reading is a general reading and we got everything coming up, I am going to do Twin Flame Ascension for the love part of it. We're going to do the daily affirmations for the self-development part of it. And then we're going to do Egyptian and star seeds for just like a general overview for the whole reading, I think. And then after that, I will do one Dreams of Gaia Tarot and I'll read it from the book. So I just thought I'd let you know, and we'll move on and we'll start off with the Twin Flame Ascension, because I really feel like you've possibly this reading, I feel like possibly this is for somebody that has pretty much ascended Twin Flame kind of relationships, and I'm not saying anyone that's in those kind of relationships or after a twin flame relationship is doing anything wrong. I'm just saying, like, there is this ascension process that I've learned that you pretty much go from like being in like karmic relationships and you find your like twin flame kind of relationship, and twin flame relationships can bring in a lot of karma or karmic energies, and it can be very difficult. So ascending from twin flame is ultimately ascending to like a soulmate connection where like things just don't rock the boat, like a soulmate connection is pretty much a stable connection that pretty much like what I get is like both sides like pull the energy towards each other, and it stops like a lot of karmics coming in, and it like creates success and abundance and things. So let's just go into the twin flame now. I just thought I would say that because that's just kind of like what's coming out. So we have karmic purge. So this is definitely exactly what I was just saying. It's like, I feel like this person, this reading is for someone that has and is working on that karmic purge, purging karma, like you have been looking for a soulmate, and I think your soulmate is here, and I think it's somebody that you currently know and probably are currently seeing. We do have mirror reflections, right? So mirror reflections really shows like that really close bond in the soul, and it also gives like twin flame energy. When I talk about all this stuff, I forget to mention that I do believe that you can be twin flames and that other person can be your soulmate also at the same time. So what I'm getting from this is like the ultimate twin flame soulmate. So it could be a little bit more difficult than normal. It's like karmic purge is like purging the karma that has been around this soulmate connection. What I get from all of that is that past life activity that was meant to happen didn't happen. So in this life, it is happening, and it's like realigning. So that's kind of what I'm getting from that. That was like 15 cards. Let's just do one at a time, please. Or 3. We'll just do these 3. We have mystical messages, number 77, follow the signs. Okay, well, I feel like if you're here today and you've got to this point, like this is your sign. I feel like this reading has to be for you if you get to this point. We do have 1-1 karmic relationship, releasing the past, and we have reprogram your soul, release, raise, and reclaim. So it's really just giving me this sense of, I feel like this reading obviously is for a sign for you. 7-7, it's going with the chance, or like, you know, like the change card, the more luck. It's really just giving me like your dreams coming true, follow the signs, and they will. The karmic relationship, releasing the past thing, is really just giving me a sense of the energy that you're moving away from. You're moving away from those things, which I think is really beautiful. And currently you're reprogramming your soul and you're doing the steps of release, raise, and reclaiming your energy and your, you know, like your desires and like just you as a higher person. So I think it's really beautiful. You're definitely like, I was talking about karma and all that kind of stuff. And I really feel like this is like the kind of vibe that I'm getting from this reading is that this person has moved forward from like purging the karmic, you know, the karmic relationships. You've been following the signs, whether it's synchronicities or just, you know, repeating numbers or just whatever it is that you've been experiencing. And you're in this sense of reprogramming your soul, which I think is really beautiful. And that's like the pathway to ascension, you know, so like the soulmate connection can pretty much flourish at that point once you release, raise, and reclaim. Alrighty, so now for our generalness of the reading, I would like to just give us some affirmations. So type a love heart in the comments, or you can just leave a comment if you like, if you claim this affirmation. Alright, our affirmation today is, I see grace and possibility in all of life's challenges. Beautiful. Love it. I love the color of it. I did feel like I needed to just get one more, so we're just going to do one more, and they're both pink. I love that. Pink and green, they're both pink and green today. My kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world. Alrighty, so now let's just get some messages from the stars, from the cosmos, and from the Egyptian gods. The Egyptian oracle. I feel like this is probably one of my favorite kind of like mixtures of oracle decks that I've ever done, because I have done it before and it just didn't work very well. But these ones are amazing, and how I do this is we shuffle and we let them fall out until an Egyptian card comes out, and that's when we end our oracle reading for this. So let's get some messages that are going to tie this reading in together, and also go with this last card that we're going to get from the Dreams of Gaia. So let's go. Okay, well, I don't think the stars want to talk to us today. I know that seems kind of insane, right? But the Egyptian gods came out today, and we have Peth, we have skill, and Hathor, intelligence. So we do have a message from these two here, and it's just giving using like intelligence and skill. Like you're like, you are these things, and I feel like it's just giving you like the message, like the reminder to use your skill and your intelligence to help you develop and move forward in situations, whether it's, you know, like something that like me and a friend were talking about the other day was like how it's so easy to do like the easy thing, which is like maybe just not caring, or, you know, like the dark, as I call it, the dark side. It's so much easier to do those things. But with this, I feel like it's just reminding you that you have the skill and intelligence to like not have to do that. And instead you can actually do this other side, which is probably a lot more work, but it brings a lot more fulfillment and completion in doing so. So that's kind of like the message I'm getting from these cards for you today. So with that, I know the stars don't want to talk to us today, but I just picked up the cards and one got left on the table here. So I'm just going to take this one. I was going to do it and shuffle it and just get one, but I wanted one star card for us today. This one here is giving karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So I am getting that this conflict down here is very interesting. Okay. So we do have karmic relationships. Obviously, you're purging those karmic relationships. You're reprogramming your soul. I do believe that there is a soulmate connection in this reading, okay? Like, don't get it twisted or me twisted, if that's okay. And I do get that, like, the purging of the karmic energies is still taking place. I do believe that that energy is still lingering. It's maybe spying on you. I don't know. I know I say crazy things like that, but that's like what's coming to mind. So before I do the Dreams of Gaia, I am just going to quickly do Hidden Heart Secrets. And I just want to see the energy based around this karmic energy. Yeah, so this karmic energy wants to come in like and apologize to you. Return sorry and forgiveness. So it's still lingering, you know, like it gives me that vibe of like an ex or like someone from the past. They're going to come in and like try to like swoon you. Bluff. They're going to pretend. They're going to be wearing a mask and they're going to exaggerate their feelings. You know, they're just going to pretend so hard. So these karmic relationships are like kind of the worst. So this person is feeling abandoned. They feel left out. They feel like they've been walked away from. They feel very cold with their thoughts and actions. Maybe not their actions, just like their thoughts. They feel very cold in their thoughts towards you. We have obscurity, secrets, mysteries, and concealing. So it's pretty much just the typical, like, you know, karmic kind of energy here. And we have emotional storm. Like, this person's so affected by the fact that you're probably not putting any energy into them. You know, like, it's creating this unstable environment for them, but don't feel bad that you're doing that because you're not doing that. This is what I mean about karmic relationships. They make you emotionally feel horrible because this person is literally tricking you into believing that they feel these things when they clearly don't. It's just like kind of insane to me. But like that's kind of like the energy I'm getting from the karmic. And I would like to just clarify the Lovers card here and the soulmate connection that I was feeling. Please. Let's just give us some clarity on this one. And is it really how I feel? Sorrow, loss, grief, and depression. So I feel like this person, the Lovers card, they feel like they're losing you. So they feel like they're either losing you or they've lost someone or some energy in their life. So I feel like currently they could be going through like a like a spell of loss with grief and depression mixed in, which is not the greatest thing. They're like sorrow, right? Like they're very sorrowful, like grieving. So when I get this card, it really just gives me that sense of, you know, they've lost something close to them in their life, or they are losing something in their life, which could make it hard for them to come in. It says breaking point, limit, final straw, overwhelmed. Yeah, so there is definitely something going on in their energy, which I was thinking of before, right? Like, there's definitely something going on in their energy, and they couldn't come in. And I give it like 2 days, right? I said 2 days from today, pretty much. We have pride and we have perspective. So they're very arrogant, ego, stubborn. So they find it hard to like get away from these feelings. They can get stuck in these emotions within these overwhelmed feelings. I think like on the outside, they probably don't seem that way. But they're very stubborn and they have a big ego, you know, and they're very arrogant to like the fact that like maybe you can read this energy. And what I was getting from all of this is that the reading of this energy, the moon card here really comes in for that negative thinking. But there is this sense of just like flipping a switch and, you know, the star comes in, the dreams come true. So this moon energy is not affecting you as much as you probably feel like there's something with an issue on your side, but there really isn't. It's just giving me like be in a bit like a better off kind of perspective, because this here brings happiness and it brings a clear headspace, you know. So this person is really just like hoping that their sorrow or their spell that they're going through is really just not going to hurt you, because they don't want to hurt you. We have intimacy, so they want to be intimate with you. So as much as they are going through this, they want intimacy, they want bonding, they want confiding, you know, like they want a hug. So next time you see them, just give them a big hug, you know, like this is what I'm getting from it. The word sensual is on here, so obviously they find you very, very attractive, you know, like they love you. They look at you and they see like a, you know, a little angel or whatever. That's kind of what I'm getting. So they really want this like deep, confiding, bonding intimacy. And they're like thinking about it. The pictures of like two people on a couch, one's reading a book and one's just, or they're both reading a book and they're just like hanging out together, you know? We have shocking and we have boundaries. So obviously, this situation that has come through for them that has stopped them from coming forward is very shocking. It's turmoil, trouble, unexpected. It's caused this kind of like insecurity, you know, like in maybe just like stability of emotions and things. And then we have the boundaries, right? So this person is really getting to a point where like these emotions, these feelings, these things are really taking over their life. So they're going to be putting up very loving boundaries with themselves. They're going to say no to themselves. No, you cannot keep going forward with these emotions, these thoughts, these feelings. They're going to draw the line and enough is enough, you know? They're going to be very courageous and strong. And I think that's really beautiful. So whatever is going on for them, it's really like, this is really just giving me like, take a different perspective. If you're not feeling great about it and you feel like they're being distant, there's probably something going on and they're like still going through the processing of all of it. And I guarantee they'll probably tell you eventually, you know, they're not like hiding it or anything. It's just, it's all about being ready. They do have this irrational fear of being rejected by you, you know, so I was getting that before, where they were just worried that you're gonna like not be interested anymore. They're gonna be dismissed by you or abandoned, and they do have this fear of rejection. Okay, so I really give this sense of like maybe they've been reprogramming their soul to a point where they're at a point where like they're very mindful, and whatever's going on now seems like it could have been something that's happened before in this situation, but maybe before it was different. I really just feel like this time this person just like hopes and has so much pride, like, you know, in hoping that you will understand and have this perspective of, you know, like there's something going on here that is outside of their control. So with that, I'm going to just quickly grab these and we'll do a Dreams of Gaia tarot for you for the end here, just to tie it all together. And if you are definitely resonating or enjoying my readings, definitely please subscribe, hit the bell notification. And there's also another setting inside the settings of YouTube that you can turn on that turns on notifications. I just noticed that like 403 of you have that turned on. So if you do see my video and you want to keep seeing them, then definitely check those settings out. I don't know exactly where they are, but they're like in the little cog thing and like in the settings. But yeah, let's do this card. And I always forget, but like if you do want a personal reading, definitely check it out on my website. It's in the description. I offer just like one kind of reading. Just if it's not really what you're after, just like send me an email and ask me if I can do what you want me to do, and I will email back as soon as possible, which is really quickly. We do have a card here, and it is the Seven of Air. So our card is very pretty today. The Seven of Air. 204. Alrighty. Oh wow. The 7 of air keywords is giving spirituality, religion, politics, personal dogma, atheism, fundamentalism, indoctrination, kindness. Okay, very interesting. Key phrases. It's not what we believe, but how we believe. Lift others up. Does what you believe make you kinder? Are you willing to lose another for your beliefs? There are many ways, not just your way. Educate, don't indoctrinate. Seek a kind approach. Moderate fundamentalist beliefs. Wow, what a deep card to this reading. Okay, the meaning of the 7 in air symbolizes realms of spiritual belief, religious practice, and personal dogma, and the influence they have upon how we perceive the world around us. Spiritual belief can make our lives feel complete, make us healthier, happier, kinder, and more compassionate people, and yet it can also place us at odds with others and start wars, both global and personal. It can bring peace and healthy sense of well-being, or it can literally place you in harm's way and tear your world and life to pieces. Spiritual belief in the form of religion has throughout the centuries been one of the root causes of almost all human conflict, and is still one of the leading causes of bloodshed in our modern world. There are many who subscribe to the belief that embracing a spiritual path is different to following one of many organized religions. But consider this: whether you subscribe to a religion or have more of an organic spiritual ideology, or even subscribe to atheism, all involve following a personal dogma. They can be orthodox and rigid, or expansive and accepting. To believe in a religion is to embrace a spiritual path, or none at all. It is no different energetically than believing that one political party is better than another, or that vegan diet is better than one that includes meat and animal products, or that your favorite sports team is the best sports team. All forms of belief can lead to peace and a healthy sense of well-being, or to extreme and fundamentalist behavior. All paths can be born of independent knowledge and understanding, indoctrination, or a mix of both. Each choice, even the choice not to believe in the divine, requires that you believe in something, even if that something is as a belief in anything other than our physical reality is a symptom of a deranged mind. The 7 of air reminds us that all personal dogma and spiritual dogma can give rise to an open mind or a closed one to varying degrees. Each path contains core beliefs that won't be changed or cannot be changed, because to do so would make them something other than the beliefs that are meant to be subscribed to. Therefore, it matters not what you believe in, but how you choose to live and express that belief. How does what you believe on a spiritual level influence your thoughts, feeling, and actions? Does it make you kinder and more understanding of those who are different? Or does it inspire a feeling of superiority, that you are right and that your way is the only way? Does your spiritual path inspire you to lift people up and brighten their day? Or does it inspire you to think less of others, or pity them because their ignorance damns them to some imagined hell or purgatory? What are you willing to give up, to lose, because of how and what you believe in? What does your spiritual path or personal dogma bring into your life? The 7 of air symbolizes an opportunity to look closely at how your personal spiritual beliefs and personal dogma influence your thoughts and behavior, and to contemplate whether they serve to make you a better person or to serve to make you more critical and rigid. Okay, well, that's super, super deep and super interesting. I feel like I just like leaving it with that, because sometimes I gotta like process reading that. It's pretty epic. I think it makes sense in the sense of just a very profound way to end this reading today. Just really profound. Like there's this sense of awareness now. So I feel like that's what that brings. It's just bringing like consciousness. It's expanding consciousness. It's really just bringing awareness to like a perspective that I'm like always going on about. It's like perspective, like there's, when you have a certain perspective to something, it can really bring on like a happier vibe, a happier energy. But anyways, with that, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And I will see you in another one. Be sure to subscribe, Soul Family. See you next time. Bye bye.